Hello there, my fireflies, and welcome to TheCyanFirefly. It's Lyiat again, and I'm here to bring you the latest in the gaming world. Today, I'm looking into a little game called Paranormal. Paranormal is a little indie-developed game by a Mr. Matt Cohen, and is currently in a beta stage of development. Now, what is Paranormal? Paranormal is a fully dynamic haunting simulator that seems to have Michael Bay working the lighting. Yeah, the lens flare is wow. You'll see what I mean in a few moments. Now, before I start, I must stress that this is an unfinished game and not necessarily representative of the final product. At least I really hope it isn't. This game, there are so many things wrong with this game. I'm sorry, I really tried to get into it, and I really tried to give it a fair chance, but it's just not a good game at the moment. It's going to need a vast overhaul and vast amounts of improvement. I tried to narrow down specific things I didn't like, but I found that I just don't like this in general, and I'm a big fan of horror titles. I'm going to try to best demonstrate what can be done to save this game. First off, this game has no menu at all. You press E to start the game and jump right in. There are no resolution options, no ability to change graphical quality, no way to adjust sound, nothing. It leads in to give you your controls and then lets you loose. Of course, it gives you a little background first, but that's about it. The environment, I just don't know. I looked around and was immediately struck with one question. Who the hell lives here? There is strange artwork littering the place, seemingly without purpose. Furniture is minimal and laid out with no seeming logic to it. It looks more like an abandoned home than one somebody's actually been using with regularity. And again, the lighting. The lens flare is massive and utterly distracting. It really detracts from the experience in every way. And then there is a matter of scale. The character looks like he's 4 feet tall. I'm not joking. Everything is massive compared to the character. In order to use the sink, he'd actually have to jump onto the counter or use a stepping stool. The controls are unreliable. The camera has this weird mechanic where it wobbles to and fro depending on certain factors that are unmentioned and unindicated. I had the feeling it was supposed to represent how afraid the character was, but it would act up without any rhyme or reason. It made navigation irritating and it made looking around a complete pain. Even the sprint function was fundamentally broken, seeming only to work when it wanted to. There is no clear indicator to let the player know what items are usable in the environment whatsoever. And then there's the flashlight. The flashlight in its current state is completely useless. The ambient lighting in the house covers most everything, and the flashlight can actually make it hard to see certain objects, such as the Ouija board. Finally, a big concern I have. You can't exit the game. Hitting escape and trying to exit brings you to the main menu. Continuing to do so just brings you back to the main menu, repeatedly. I had to Control-Alt-Delete and end the task. That's just, no, not good. Now, the scares. Now, I had a moment or two when I ran into something that made me jump and look around wildly trying to figure out what the hell was going on. The ambience is creepy enough and the scares have a random chance of working, meaning each playthrough in the game is different. However, due to the bright lighting and just the overall bad look to the environment, it's not good enough to carry the title. I'm sorry, but it isn't. Finally, there is a battery mechanic that it isn't explained at all. You can see that battery thing in the corner, yeah? Once that runs out, your game ends. It doesn't explain why, and it is somehow magically recharged by sleeping in your bed. The only way to know that you are supposed to sleep in bed to recharge it is by checking the website of the creator. There is no in-game explanation to do so. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. This game just isn't good. It's not finished, and this developer needs feedback to demonstrate that this game is not moving in the right direction. It could be a good game. It really could. But the developer needs to put a lot more work and change the direction he's moving in. The house, first off, needs to look like a home. It needs to look like somebody lives there. The lighting needs to be reduced considerably, and the lens flare needs to be cut back, if not removed altogether. The shaky cam thing needs to be either redone or removed. It makes looking around a chore and a complete pain. If that's done, I'd love to look at this title again and give it a new statement. Until then, I don't even think I can honestly direct people to the Kickstarter for this game because I don't feel it's worth spending money on. Alright, I'm finished for the evening and I wish you all a good night. I will catch you next time on the Cyan Firefly.